Yeah, inspiration ain't required. I go hard in the pain even when I'm tired. Cause tomorrow ain't promised. I give my all, ain't nothing left. No tomorrow ain't promised. There's no tomorrow, no tomorrow, no.
It's time we go hard in the paint. Yeah, I'm back. I know I was gone for a minute. I'm sorry I was gone. But now I'm back with the live edition of Hard in the Paint. So, wanted to try a little something a little different today, man. A little different today. We probably gonna go a little out of order. I think y'all saw the title of today's show, so we're gonna see how this all checks out. Y'all gonna see me looking over at the chat. Before we get started, what's up, everybody in the chat? Go ahead and shout y'all out real quick. I see Kai Killings in here, Coach Drayton, Coach Simpson, Justin Zhang, Jackson Sutton. The people, I know your names because I see you often. Don't let her shoot. Oh man, I love that name. Don't let her shoot. Koya Monroe in the house. Shout out to the few people that are in here. Try and keep this going live as long as we got viewership. Jalen in the building. What up? If it doesn't stay live though, if it doesn't stay live in the chat, then we can't stay live, period. But here we go. I'm going to start this out. I'm going to throw a couple shout outs out there outside of who's already here early, checked in, tapped in. Shout out to everybody that made the engagement leaderboard. I'm going to run down Enzo, big Enzo Wolf out of Germany playing for the North. It's number one. Shout out Jackson Sutton. Here you're going to be running some games here soon. So looking forward to seeing some of those runs. Maybe they go viral. Tony Henderson, Justin Zhang, Trevon Patrick, Coach Simpson, Charles Pinkert, Kansas Jayhawks, Jordan Cooks, Monte Parson, Brendan Gaucher, Daniel Irvin, Mark Chisholm, Jay Madoria, Kai Killings, Nick Murray. A lot of usual suspects. What I really love is there's some new names on there. There are some new names at the top of the leaderboard. That's exciting for us. So a lot of stuff went on internally within SimWorld over the last few months, over the last few weeks. Everybody is not aware of everything that goes on behind the scenes. Not going to make you aware of it, but it's a struggle bus sometimes, guys, to give y'all this level of content, keep it going constantly, and keep trying to progress and build what we know this is going to be at the end of the day, because y'all ain't seen shit. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Nothing. This is nowhere near. We're nowhere near finished. But with all that being said, this really is the SimWorld. This is the SimWorld edition. So we're going to go a little out of order. I'm going to start with some story time. No special guest today. Special guest is me. I'm special enough. So we're going to open it up to a little something afterwards, and then we'll get to the meet me at the rim. So a little story time with yells. Yeah, a little story time with yells. I don't know where the hell my animation went, but it better come on with it. There we go. Everything's working. Everything's working like it needs to now. Story time with yells. Where did SimWorld begin? I seen that come up a few times in the chat when we talked about topics, and just kind of leading into the segment I'm going to go into, since we have no special guests this week. We're going to open it up for you guys, and I can only open up by telling the story where SimWorld started. I'm going to make this as simple as possible. I'm going to try not to go back too far, but I'll just go backwards. Y'all heard me tell a little story about my mom working overnight, right? So came from New York, went to Mississippi, yikes, and then moved to Houston. Got to Houston, mom worked super late and overnight, and she was crazy protective. She's like, yo, you ain't going outside. You're not going to do anything until I'm home. Problem was, she was never home until late night overnight. So I had a little Nerf goal. Up on the wall, right? And we didn't come from a lot of money. I didn't have the gaming system. I didn't have all that. I had a Nerf goal on the wall. Loved basketball. Hated basketball because my dad at the time, that's all he did was watch basketball. He ignored everything. He wasn't even checking in with the family. Divorce happened. It was just me and mom's. I hated basketball because there was no time for nothing else. And but I grew to love it as I got a little older. I'm a teenager. No, I'm not even a teenager. I take that back. I'm like 10 years old, and short, very short. Nerf goal. Mom has a house full of like Mississippi furniture, a bunch of, don't damage it, you damage it, she's gonna whoop my ass. Had to clean the house, had to do everything. I had to do all of the chores, all of my homework, all of her chores. Anything had to be done by the time she made it home every day. But I had this little Nerf goal that she didn't know I had. I'd sneak it from under my bed, I'd put it up, and I would play. And then it got to the point where I was like, yo, I can't go outside and do this, so I got to be both teams to compete. So you do that in your head, how I could be both teams, but I was. And I was all the players on the team, and I'd go for a layup, it'd get blocked by me, right, as the other team. And I started creating players and creating personalities, and I'd sketch out jerseys and arenas and create my own fictional world. So then when I was finally able to get a system, at this time the systems did not have the my career and the my mode and the my this and all that shit like it does now. Wasn't personalized like that. So I would sit and I would take a game that did not have that, and I would on the side create all that for myself. Then I got into a couple of baseball joint games. Just ultimately there was not career and league modes at that time, but I would manually create them all. Fast forward down the line, NBA 2K some odd years ago. Some of y'all may know me from this. It's maybe the first time y'all ever heard of SimWorld, and I'm getting there quickly. There's a site called Operation Sports. Stumbled upon it for NBA 2K for people that wanted to know about sliders, rosters, creating, just kind of making a realistic experience. Where back when 2K had the moniker that it was the best simulation sports game before it got all crazy, and the only thing that mattered was my part. So I looked around for a community did that. I ran across a guy named Nogster that made rosters, but he would never make them complete. He would do like the top 5 guys on each team. He would edit them so that everything was realistic, meaning like Shaq couldn't come down. If Shaq couldn't cross over, Shaq was not crossing over. He wasn't doing it on the sticks. He wasn't doing it in simulation, CPU. It wasn't happening. So he put that together. I studied what he did. Should go bald. You out of your mind, dude. The luscious hair, bro, this is what you get on the live. You get to see. This is too much hair, bro. Come on, man. I'm like Samson. Justice Zang, you got to stop. You're on mute. I don't know where my mute button is, but you're on mute. Get out of here. Anyway, back to the story. So I watched him and what he did, and I decided to try and develop it myself. And I did. I started developing a really good system. And I realized when people are like, "Oh, I edit rosters," like, hell no, you don't, because it's not that simple. If you want a realistic experience, you gotta edit. You gotta edit the attributes, the tendencies, the play types, the whatever the hell the teams. You got to be able to hack into the game. For those who knew about Reddit or anything like that, you got to be able to hack into the game, and you got to be able to take values higher than what they're supposed to be. You got to edit the team. You got to edit playbooks. You got to edit slide. Everything that you edit that does this does that. Nobody knows that. When people tell you, so when y'all go on and like, "Oh man, I got the top sliders and rosters," it's so much more. Ours plays realistic for a reason. So I got into editing all that to the point where 2K came around. They were like trying to poach ideas and steal ideas. I started noticing some of my formulas and stuff get out there. And then I got linked up with a guy named CW Sapp that y'all may remember from OS, and Coach Drees, who's here, who wanted to start creating fictional rosters and rosters, period, because we would make such a realistic experience that people were like, okay, we can't continue our My League once this roster's over. So we got together. They learned a lot of what it was I did. They took on things, and they know the game very well now as well. And they know how I operate as well. So we put together a whole world of shit. Draft classes. Every minute piece of the game was edited to the T each year, and people would sit and wait on the reveal of these rosters. We drop them at like 12 o'clock midnight, whatever, working up to the wire to get this stuff out. It got so big that Drees may have to chime in and let me know. I don't remember if it was IGN or whoever it was came knocking on our door trying to figure out how we did what we did and why it had such a big following, because it started making its way around the communities. Thing was, we were on Xbox. PlayStation was the bigger community, and some of the well-known editors that y'all know from PlayStation and editing communities, they used to come try and poach and reconfigure our shit, but they couldn't do it. Later down the line, we start selling tons of Xboxes because of Xbox hit a boost in their sales, because people that did not have Xbox were purchasing Xboxes to catch what we were doing. So it became a big deal, a pretty big deal. And then ultimately down the road, 2K started poaching people off my team because it was me, and then it was Drees and CW Sap. Then I started adding people onto the team to help edit the high level amount of things that we had to do in a short amount of time. So I would add people to the team. Maybe they didn't know what me, Drees, and Sap knew, but I created a spreadsheet and formulas and all this stuff for them to be able to do it and just plug in the numbers, dude. Y'all just do it. If y'all have questions, and then I went back over and made everything right. So there's a team. So and then there was editing and modding team. So I'm gonna go ahead and put people on blast. Y'all can hit them up, tell them, ask if it's true or not. If y'all ever heard of these guys before, but if you ever heard of a guy named Leftos, it works for 2K. 2K poached him from me because of the ideas that we were putting together. If you ever heard of a guy named Sean Barkley, the King of Shoes, we used to put all that stuff together. He was the master of that, but we worked all this together. 2K came along, tried to scoop him up. They took somebody's ideas and then kind of discarded them. Same thing they did with Leftos. Hookup guy in the modding community. Some of y'all may have heard of him. Van Wolfhawk. I think Van Hawk Wolf, or whatever version of it is. He was the playbook czar besides Czar. They hired him up and put him on the team. The one person they didn't want to come mess with was me, just because they knew I hated how they got down. I could understand the trash that they left in the game, why things were broken, and I wouldn't share. I wasn't going to say how we got done when we got done. And that was that. Came to a point where I was tired of doing all that editing every year just for a cycle that started over and over. I was like, I'm not doing this shit. And by the way, 2K stole. Putting it on blast. Hope y'all tuned in. 2K, hope y'all listening. 2K kind of, I'm not going to say stole. They came across the wonderful ideas of running the international versus national games. A lot of things y'all go find in the archives. There's a lot of modes in the game that SimWorld found a way to break into the game, put a lot of extra work and did things outside of the box to make those modes available to people before they were ever actually in the game. Tons of them. So you're welcome, 2K. So here we are again, a little bit later down the road. What I realized between what I was doing as a kid and what I end up doing with the rosters and just what this is supposed to be for all of y'all is it's an escape, man. It's supposed to be something where in your day-to-day, you may be the guy. You may not be the guy, but here in SimWorld, you can be whatever you need to be, right? Everybody tries to act like they're that guy. Bullshit. Everyone's not. Everyone doesn't love you, and everyone's not supposed to love you. You're supposed to be okay with that. But what I was trying to do was create just an escape where things were still realistic, not like a weird ass metaverse where it's like an acid trip or some of the other stuff that people be on. I'm not gonna shit on any of that. But it was supposed to be a sports backdrop to a world of living, breathing my career. Problem is, it can't be focused on one person. If it's my, right? If it's for everyone, then it can't be my. So we wanted to create a world. And this started taking those ideas, those concepts, what I did as a kid, what we did with the rosters, and then I linked up with a guy by the name of Myron. Y'all remember him as Coach Murray here very early. We actually did a lot of stuff together in the rosters. I'm leaving him out too. I apologize. Shout out Coach Murray. We started putting SimWorld together. We came up with ideas and formulas, a million different things. And then a little later down the line, Sam, some of y'all know him from the modding community, he came along and we really started putting this together. And then I just reached out to everybody from my OS community and just some new people just saying, hey, who wanted to build something really special with me? And where we are right now, this is not the ultimate goal. This is the tip of the iceberg. This is the part of the community that you guys can conceive, right? Y'all can only understand what's only existed. So this is the version of SimWorld that y'all know right now as a league or a simulation world. We got bigger things in store, man. And we're just hoping that y'all can hang around or hang on long enough with us that we can show you what we got in store that can pay off for you guys. That's where SimWorld started. So that's a long story short, but still pretty damn long. Just want y'all to get a little taste of that. So I'm watching the chat. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. Looks like we got some folks in here. But yeah, it's been a big project. It's been a long, drawn out project. This is years and years and years in the making. And it is far more technical and robust. So y'all think that I'm sitting somewhere with a controller editing y'all's stuff. I ain't doing that shit, bro. Those days are over. I don't do that. No one on our team is doing that, just as a matter of fact. So wanted to start there. So next segment, man, since we're going to move away from, since we don't have a guest today, think what I'm going to do. Matter of fact, I'm going to move a little out of order. What I'm going to come to after this is just pretty much a SimWorld open forum where we can get behind the fourth wall for a minute. I'm not going to be on here all day, but you guys can literally ask questions about SimWorld, about how things work. If I can answer it without giving away too much, I am. But the goal is, y'all know I'm not trying to let y'all behind the veil too much, and I'm not giving out specifics, but I want people to understand the game, what we're trying to do and how you can accomplish it and how long it's going to take. Because some of y'all are like, man, I've been here for 4 days, and it's going to take longer than 4 days because me putting this project together is taking longer than 10 years, and that's that. So let's hop on over to the Meet Me at the Rim section, though. Meet Me at the Rim. So for all of you guys, I'm looking at the chat. Y'all are funny, man. For all of you guys, I didn't forget Jalen. Look, y'all want me to run down the squad? Hold on, man. Jalen did come in the very end, and he did some heavy lifting. Shout out Jalen. Jalen did some heavy lifting. I'm not going to put everybody behind the scenes on everything that's happened, but he's done some heavy lifting. He learned a lot quickly. Jalen is my guy, 10 toes down. Siege, Marsh, shout out B-Ron. A lot of y'all got relationships and y'all talk to people on the strength of B-Ron. JK here. Big Bob, y'all don't see him around a lot. Big Bob works his ass off. Big Bob, Maestro. Obviously, y'all hear the voices, but he does so much more than just voices. Of course, you got Elava, Rick Blaze. Who am I forgetting here? JR, who contributed here. Mood, who contributed here. So I want to say something. I want to say thank you to everybody. Davion, everybody has been a part of the process. Lank, everybody's not going to continue, and that's just how stuff goes. People fall by the wayside, but SimWorld's going to rock on no matter what. Believe that, and believe in the shield. I couldn't help it, man. All right, so meet me at the rim, though. Y'all know how this goes. Y'all gonna throw some topics out there, and y'all gonna say it's a yes. It's a yes. It's something that you believe. I'm gonna read from the chat, and I'm gonna see where y'all stand on it, and then I'm gonna let you know if I agree. If I agree, that's that head top. That's that pie-out. That's the dunks like was going down in the SimWorld Prep Tournament, the hoopla in the Valley. I hopped that red eye to get back home. If I disagree, get that shit out of here. It's getting blocked. It's getting blocked. It's getting swatted. So, I'm about to hop in the chat, man, and just see what you guys got for Meet Me at the Rim. Suno Chopper in here with the first one. I know this isn't even in regard to Meet Me at the Rim, but my old head over here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm a head top. I agree. You old head. You're in college, bro. You're in SimWorld. You're an old head. That's that, bro. My take. Let's see. Coach Sim, Matthew Mozgov will average 15 points at least in SimWorld U. I'm going to go ahead and make this one easy. I'm going to say that's a block party. There's no way for me to say. There's no way for us to know what school he goes to. I don't know if that means over his career and his first season, what that means. But I know how college works, right? I know how SimWorld U works. We got Suno Chop in the building having a pretty good freshman year. There's a lot of guys, though, that went to SimWorld U. It's their freshman year. They're probably sitting behind a junior or senior who's already proven themselves. There's no way to know. If he goes to Harvard, maybe, unless there's a really great kid in front of him. If he goes to Duke and Jeremiah Minor's still there, probably not. He's probably not going to run those minutes. So I'm a big fan of Mozgov. His game has come a long way. He was putting that work in the offseason last season, and it shows. He was engaged and getting busy, had a little bit of a growth spurt. And trust me, the version of Coach Simpson, who was happened to be on social media on his phone, God damn, bro, what were you doing? Anyway, I'm not even going to get into all that. I'll let the media handle you with that one. But the version of him that you got in this tournament and so far this season, that's not what he was last year, bro. So he's come a long way. He's pretty good. But 15, I don't know. I don't know about that. Let's see here. Justin Zhang. B-Ron would be the best player in SimWorld staff in a 5-on-5. I thought I muted you, man. I thought that I muted you. It would be me. How am I say anybody other than me? It would be me, but how would I say anyone other than me? Because I told you what I'm going to do. I believe in getting stops. I can go get buckets, but I believe in getting stops. And ain't nobody getting more stops than me, and ain't nobody clamping their asses up like me. They're going to be on lock. No, B-Ron. If you're in the chat, I'm sorry, dude. You're not going to be the best one in 5. You could be the best one in 5-on-5 of cricket. Not in basketball. Not with me on the court. So, Jackson Sutton. Justin Zhang will have a fall off and have to settle for a JUCO. I don't know. That sounds like some hate there, man. Where y'all go back? Y'all go back far. Y'all got there's some disdain there. Justin Zhang. You know what? Here's what I'll say. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put all y'all ass on blast. The upgrade or the fall off is based on engagement, and what I've seen, not everybody here has that commitment, that consistency to stay locked in. Matter of fact, the ones that go the hardest, with the exception of a few guys, y'all know who they are. They're the superstars. They're the faces of SimWorld Prep, since we're talking prep only here, apparently. Kai Killens continues to go hard. Monte Parson continues to go hard. There's a few other people that have been going hard, but they have not been doing it for multiple seasons. Other than that, people that come in and normally come in that hard and hot, they burn out and they don't keep it up. They don't pace themselves. So a JUCO, man, I'm not co-signing that. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. Let's see what else we got in here, though. BTA is a top 5 team in SimWorld Prep, is what I'm assuming is what he's saying. Just getting overlooked because there isn't a set superstar. First of all, if you're worried about what the media has to say about you, there's an issue. If you're worried about what people got to say and where they place you and if you're overlooked, I ain't with all that, me personally. Because guess what? Championships are won by the players, not by the media, not by public opinion, not by none of that. Are you getting overlooked out in BTA? Probably. Do I think you're a top 5 team? In the small sample size that I've seen of BTA, BTA is top tier. And top tier is top 5, top 3 to me. So for me, head top, I'm on that one. I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. Let me take a couple more here real quick. We got Kai Killens. Kai got a hot take. All right. Indy Stripe beats BCB if their coach allows JJ Hoops to take the final 2 shots towards the end of the game. Super choke job by not giving it to the senior to call game. I don't know, man. I don't want to sound like a hater. Well, here's what I will say. JJ Hoops, I expect so much more from JJ Hoops. He came in so hot. I haven't heard from the kid. I don't know if he's in the film room. I don't know what's going on. He can shoot. I think at minimum, Indy should have given the young man a chance to put the shot up. Coach should have been. Coach should at least give him a shot. Giving him the last 2 and me guaranteeing that they're going to win, I don't guarantee nothing but what I can do. So get that shit out of here. Don't come in here with that, Kai Killens. I love you, but don't come in here with that, man. Don't come in here with that. All right, last one. Let's see here. Cam in the building. Shout out Cam. So we'll get to you. SMU got y'all looking all right. Hot take. A lot of these new prep fellas talk too much. But I've seen some selling in these tourneys. Oh my God. I don't even know where my ball is. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Give me a second here. I got to leave the screen for 1 second. I don't even know where I have the action to do this. I don't have nothing in here. I don't have nothing. But I would dunk and tear the goddamn goal down on that one. Yes, I agree with that. There's so much chirping. There's so much. I'm doing this for y'all's entertainment. I chirp here and then I bounce out. You gotta show and prove. There's been a lot of selling out here. The most selling is play the team game. It's basketball. This ain't no damn one-on-one. Oh, I'll take you one-on-one, but I got mine. Oh my God. But did your team win? A lot of selling. Yeah, that's a dumb amount. That's an elbow in the goal. 360 between the legs. Aaron Gordon, because he's the actual best dunker I've ever seen. Forget Zach LaVine. Forget Vinsanity. I'm not gonna do that. But it's Aaron Gordon, Vinsanity level, head top dunk. I'm with you on that one. Damn, Cam. I'm with you on that one. Straight up. All right, so look, that's it. That's it for Meet Me at the Rim. I'm gonna hurt my hands, blocking shots and dunking and all that. I'm losing it in here. I didn't even have my Saturday drink yet. But look, appreciate y'all being involved in that one. Here's what we're gonna get to. SimWorld Open Forum. it's still keeping you guys involved. That's the whole point of this show here, is for you guys to be involved. That's why I want to see those numbers run up. I want to see us hit 50 in here. We get 50 live viewers in Hard in the Paint at any point, I'm going to go get clearance, or I'll just take it out of my account and I'll give it to y'all 50K EMs, and probably going to be accompanied by some, what do they call them in the real world? Real world dollars? I'm going to figure out some real world dollars to give to you folks when we get up to 50 viewers, 50 in the live stream for Hard in the Paint, because this is an interactive show. Yeah, I have fun, I tell my story, but this is really about you guys. So, all that being said, Justin Zang, you're the head chirper, dude. But your game backs it up, and your activity absolutely backs it up too. But look, open forum. What do y'all want to know? What does anybody want to know about SimWorld, about how something operates, what they can do? None of the speculation, none of the media. How do I feel? What do I think? None of that shit. Just real shit. What do y'all want to know here? I think I got a couple of minutes here. Wife, kids gonna be calling. The drink is calling. I got some family stuff I gotta do, and then I got some reading up on media and some more studying of you guys that I gotta do and how I can make this product better. So, what questions? What you want to know? So, yeah, like Cody Rhodes says, and I hate that guy. What do you want to talk about? Or I'm sorry, how would Cody Rhodes say it? What are you going to talk about? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm on one. I'm feeling good today. All right. I want to know how much coach activity causes team progression. So here's where y'all want to ask numbers, right? Here's where I'll answer that question. How do you quantify that? Is there a pie of 100%, or what do you want to call it? Coaching progression is still not perfectly built out when it comes to the coach's progression built onto a player. But what it is playing into is the chemistry. So the coach's activity, and just the overall locker room activity, it doesn't matter who's doing it. The locker room activity, it has a point system that's given to it, and team chemistry is based on that. Justin's saying, will open runs happen more frequently next season? Maybe, maybe not. Same answer I've given everybody before. Think about how much content y'all are seeing and how much goes on. It's a lot, so it's very hard to get a lot of that content going more frequently. What I have mentioned before is that there will be more tournaments going on more often. If everybody's looking for a My Park experience, that's not what the agenda is here. The open runs that go on is something that occurred that was virally picked up. The games can go on anyway because it's a role play experience. Y'all should be talking about that in the chat. Yo, I played with so-and-so. This is how it went down. But if it happens to get streamed or picked up, that matters. Or if a stream occurs, then you tell the story of that. So we want to showcase you guys as much as possible. But there's a lot of shit going on, guys. There's a lot. So we'll work on that. But there will be more actual content in general next season. Suno, when and how many VU coaches are we going to see move up to SimWorld U? Depends on if those schools want them. Depends if those coaches are active. Depends on if those coaches keep their locker room engaged, and depends if those coaches are decent. Do they have to win all the games? No. Do they have to be here and be locked in and understand how things go? Yeah. I've talked to a few coaches in SimWorld U, and there are some that are interested now. So we'll see. Will EMs take over and make it an unfair way to progress? If anybody, I really like that question. I wish I could give an easier answer to this, but here's what I had to say. For anybody that's been here for a little while or for a long while, the main complaint or frustration that people have had when they've joined here is wanting to know how they can manipulate the system, feeling like they couldn't manipulate the system, things weren't spelled out enough, or there's too many parameters, or it's moving too slow. All of that is so it's made realistic. The most paramount thing about SimWorld that I maintain is that this shit will never get unrealistic, and it will not move too fast, and you're not going to be able to force yourself for everyone in the world to be the greatest player in Kobe Bryant. It's not happening. It will be realistic. It will be role players. We have scales and things and parameters set in place. I don't know how to really explain that other than to tell you, no, you will not. EMs will be able to help you. You'll be able to train. Everybody in this chat, everybody everywhere is not going. They're not going to use the training. They're not going to have enough EMs. Some of them are going to quit. Some of them are going to quit and try and come back and think that they can pick up where they left off, and they're probably going to have to start over. No, no, I won't allow it. So that's where you see adaptations made because we want to keep this stuff real. Let's see here. I want to know when the off-season trainings are supposed to happen because I know a pro coach I want to hit up. Hopefully this off-season you will see. So hang tight. Still looking through a few here. I got a few more answers I got for you. How long do I have to coach in SimWorld Prep in order to qualify to move up to SimWorld U as a coach who wants to progress at the next level? Everything's about opportunity. As I try and blend the fourth wall with realism, with RPG, with all of this, y'all gotta understand it's not I've been here, I've never done anything where I was like, hey, I've done it long enough now, I just get a raise. It never works like that. It's based on the level that you do it, right? Wins, losses, activity, attitude, just really being a good supporter, avid, being around. So as a coach, the better coaches will probably be moving up if that's what they want to do. Some coaches are going to want to stay in prep and help build a foundation. So Coach Seish, hang around, be patient, believe in yourself, do what you need to do. There's no favoritism. I'm probably the most fair person y'all will ever find. That's what a lot of people hate about me is because they think that they can find favoritism. There is no favoritism. If it serves a purpose, more than one purpose, y'all ask the team how I operate. It's got to work two ways. Like my man Ty Dolla Sign or many other rappers say, it's got to work two ways. I'm a dual purpose guy. If it works well for SimWorld and it works well for our users and you, that's when things happen. If it's not mutual, things don't happen. Two more. I'll take two more. I'm still trying to find my way as a recruit. How can I set myself up to be... this chat's moving really quick. How can I set myself up to be... Where'd it go? There we go. How can I set myself up to be successful in prep? Just being that one's easy. Yeah, and I think Sutton, I'm not even going to worse this one. Just be engaged with our content. Be present on live streams. Do as much as you can to be active. That'll get you more exposure in live runs. You hit that leaderboard, then you can guarantee that the priority will lean towards you and your region to be seen. Coaches will hear about you that way. Scouts hear about you. Stay active. That's what you do. And play the long game. Be here. And it will pay off. I can tell you Kai Killings came in at a really good time. I'm just bringing him up as a good example. His timing of when he came in, he hit the ground running. By the time he stepped in the game, he was very good because he did the work. He did the work before it was required. He didn't wait and was like, okay, now it's time. Now I'm going to do it. Like, that's BS. That's BS in life. So he did it ahead of time, and he's rocking hard now. All right, so I feel like I've lost the order of the chat here. Let me get this last question in here. Let's see here. This is true, Suno. You'd be good, but we had to develop. We're still kind of in beta. That is something I want to tell people. All this dope stuff y'all see, we're still building. This is really like a beta for us. So, all right. So last question here. I was hoping that y'all would ask some pretty particular questions, but y'all haven't asked them, so I'm not going to answer them. I'm not going to answer them. All right, well, look, that's it. That's it for the open forum. That is it for the open forum. We may do this. We may do this a few more times. I ask you guys, I'll be out here begging. I feel like a damn crackhead asking you guys and the whole team. But for y'all that are here, obviously y'all are. I appreciate y'all being active. Support SimWorld Prep, SimWorld U guys, SimWorld Prep, and SimWorld U guys support SimWorld U. The whole model of this, which I'll just be fully transparent, is you're not going to find this level of productivity, this level of investment that we have in y'all, and the commitment that we have, and this level of production out there. And we're trying to make sure that we continue to give it to you guys for free. What we got to do is we got to run up numbers on our streams so we can bring more things to the table, more team to the table, and more things for you guys. So tune in and support us as much as you can, man. We've been working at this for a long time for y'all. And I can tell you, most of the things that you guys ask for, we're working on doing it. How quickly it happens is dependent upon how quickly we have consistent views in our streams, particularly on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's looking in different ways now. You can now tune in on YouTube. That's where your check-ins are going to happen. That's where all your viewership is tracked. But if you just want to keep up just to keep up and it's not necessarily tracked yet, you can check us out on Facebook Gaming. I think everybody knows where that is. We are on Facebook at SimWorld Gaming, I think it is. You can catch us on LinkedIn. You can watch the streams there. You can watch on Twitch. I think there's something blocking it, but you can check us out on Twitch. Instagram, obviously, it's not running for this stream, and you can watch the streams on X. Within the next week, you'll be able to watch us on TikTok too. That's not TikTok too. God damn it. TikTok. You'll be able to watch us all there. So we got lots of stuff in store. I can't wait for y'all to see it all. I appreciate y'all, man. Straight up, I appreciate y'all. That's why I share my stories. I'm a very private person. Y'all may not believe that, but I share my stories with y'all to be entertaining. What I want y'all to do, though, is find somebody y'all love, give them a hug, tell them what y'all appreciate about them. If it's hard to think of something that you appreciate about them today, that's even better, because that means you got to think about it and you really got to be introspective. Let them know you love them. Let them know how much you care about them and you appreciate them. I appreciate you guys. That's all I got, man. It's been hard in the paint. We'll do this again sometime soon. Peace.